Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matty Collins, and in today's video I'm super excited because I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite lens for the Sony E-mount system. And no, it's not a prime, it's definitely a zoom, because I'm looking at lenses like a one lens for your Sony E-mount full frame system. So this is what I'd recommend. Spoiler alert, we're going to talk about it in a second, but it is the 24-70 f2.8 Art Series lens from Sigma. Let's dive in. Okay, so we're going to be talking about in this video kind of a comparison from the Sigma 28-70. We're also going to be talking about another competitor zoom, the Tamron 28-75, and we're going to be talking about why I chose the Sigma 24-70 because it's heavier, it's bulkier, it's more expensive. So we're going to be talking about why I actually chose this lens that came out in 2019. Before we get into this video, I just want to say a big welcome, hello, and thank you to the 40 new subscribers that my channel got in like the past 2 weeks. I've been posting a lot of videos and it's really nice to see a lot of people engaging with the videos. It's helping me stay motivated to make more. So if you are interested in this video, give it a thumbs up, and I just really look forward to hearing from you guys in the comment section, and let's continue growing, baby. Let's go all the way to 500. Then I can use that community tab and find out what kind of videos you want me to make. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Let's talk about this lens. Okay, so unfortunately I am shooting with this lens right now, so I'm gonna give you guys some really sexy B-roll while I go over this lens and why I picked it up. It is a little bit more expensive than the other options, but the reasons that I did pick up the 24-70 is because, one, the focal length. So the other two lenses that we're talking about in this video start at a 28mm focal length, and to me, that extra 4mm is actually a deal breaker. It was a deal breaker for me because those other two lenses are substantially lighter in weight. So why do I need a 24mm focal length? Well, if you go back in your Lightroom catalog, typically you can see what focal lengths in the past few years you've been shooting on. And for me, I shoot a lot at 24, so I really wanted to have that for photography purposes. Wider is always better. And the difference between a 4mm focal length from 24 to 28 is so much more impactful for me than actually having, say I picked up the Tamron that goes all the way up to 75, than having that extra 5mm at the higher end. So from the 70 to 75, that's less important for me, especially when shooting on the Sony a7 IV. It has the Super 35 mode, which gives you an additional 1.6 times crop on whatever lens you have mounted to the system. So for me, that extra end on the higher side, on the further focal length, wasn't so important. Another thing about the 24mm focal length is that sometimes I vlog. I wouldn't consider myself a vlogger, but I can actually get away with a 24mm focal length to vlog in my videos if I'm not using active stabilization, because that stabilization actually crops in on my face. So yes, I can get away with a 24mm for vlogging, and a 28, it's just like even closer, and I can't really see my surroundings, so I don't love that. Let's talk a little bit about weight. So on the Sigma and Tamron 28-70 and 75, those are substantially lighter lenses and easier to fly on gimbals and things like that. So I did consider going that route. However, for me, if I'm gonna have one lens in my bag, that extra little bit of weight on my one lens actually isn't as important as you'd think. Yes, it is nice to have more compact and more minimal lenses. I really appreciate that in my bag, but that's if I got a bag full of lenses. If you guys are finding value in this video, please feel free to just scroll down, give it a like, because it goes a really long way in helping me stay motivated to make more content for you. Let's dive back in. So again, for me, the 4mm focal length was a deal breaker, so I did end up spending that extra $200 on this lens, and it wasn't just the focal length. If you go around on YouTube, and if you're watching this video right now, you've probably, I actually guarantee you, if you've been doing some research on a good zoom lens for the E-mount system, you have definitely heard of the Sigma 24-70. I guess for me in this video, I just wanted to share why I picked it up and maybe further solidify all the reviews that you're seeing out there that this is probably the best lens for you to pick up. But who knows, maybe those reasons aren't as important for you, the ones that I already stated. The extra $200 wasn't a massive deal for me, but I understand that it can be for other people, so just consider that, and maybe you don't need that extra 4mm in focal length as well. I will link a video right here, one that kind of shaped my decision on why I went this way, which brings me to my last point, is lens quality. So overall, the build of this lens and clarity that you get from this lens is not substantial, but marginally better than the other two lenses from the research that I've done on YouTube. You don't have to take my word for it. You can check out this video here or the countless other ones on here. But this was just a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a story on why I ended up picking up the more expensive and heavier Sigma 24-70 instead of the 28-70 Sigma or the 28-75 Tamron. Last thing I'll say is analysis paralysis is a real thing, and for me, I just really needed to make a decision, and I was going around and around getting caught in the YouTube spiral on which lens I was going to buy. I was freaking out. I heard so many YouTubers talking about the 24-70, and I had my mind made up, but when I went into the store, the compactness of the 28-70 really almost like stole my heart. But I'm really happy that I stuck with this lens because of the 24mm focal length. And I just want to say, yes, analysis paralysis. Just at some point, you just got to make up your mind. And if this video helped you just make up your mind to pick up this lens, I promise you, you won't be disappointed, okay? All three are amazing options, and you do you, but this is the one I would choose out of these three lenses. Holy smokes, that was a big rant. I hope this video further solidified how good this lens, this Sigma 24-70 that came out in 2019 really is, and why, if you don't have a zoom in this range, I wouldn't say like ditch your zoom for this lens if you don't have it, but I would say if you do need to pick up one and that weight isn't a huge deal breaker for you, then definitely pick this up. That's been it for today. I've been using this lens a lot on the channel. Before I say goodbye, sorry, I will link some videos here to just sample footage that I got with it, video and photos that I've been shooting. You can even get decent portraits with it. So anyways, now I'm done, rant over. I'll see you in the next video, and that's it. Bye, Zai Jin. Peace, Maddie out.